Hi, my friends. It's time for Weather News Today with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. And what we're looking at here is the NAM model map. This map is what takes all of the models, put them together, not just for specific tropical weather, all weather. This is what your weathermen use a lot as to help them forecast the weather in your daily forecast. Now, when you see the blue, it's rain. The white, of course, is snow. And that kind of purple looking spot up there in Montana, that's freezing rain. Now, this model is set for 8 a.m. today. And today, of course, is Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. So we'll move it on across. This model does not go very far at all. It goes up a little bit into Friday. Here is 6 p.m. this afternoon. You can see we've got some rain in Utah up in here. Right now, here's Arizona. Here's Utah. This is the remnants of Rosa. Okay, the remnants of Rosa. So that's about what the rain is going to look like for you guys. Still some over in Nevada and in California. Other than that, we got a little bit over here in New Mexico. Lots of rain up north. Okay, in parts of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin. Lots of rain, and some of that's probably going to be turning into snow. Looking like most of the rain has left the East Coast at this time up north. Maine's looking dry at this time, 6 p.m. this evening. As we move on along until tomorrow at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning when everybody gets up, well, the rain is a little heavier in Utah right now. Still some rain down in Arizona. Texas is picking up some showers also. And over in Oregon, we got some rain going on as well as parts of Idaho. Moving on across, we see some rain now that is beginning to happen in not Mississippi. What am I talking about? Missouri. Early in the morning, folks, excuse me, Missouri, as it moves on across to Illinois and then on across into Indiana and parts of Ohio. We still got some rain going on in Pennsylvania. Bless their hearts, they've had lots and lots of weather events going on. Just yesterday, I'm trying to remember the name of the town. I can't remember the name, but in the state of Pennsylvania, there was a tornado that touched down, and it hit parts of a rest home. Now, no one was hurt, no one was injured, but that was just a blessing, okay? It tore the rest home up pretty badly. I saw pictures of it, and of course, as of now, everybody there has been evacuated. So, no deaths, no big injuries, but they had a tornado in Pennsylvania. This was yesterday. And the up-to-date death toll in North Carolina for Florence is 39. So, we got a little bit of rain going on up here still. Sporadically moving along, some more in Maine at this time. Moving along to around 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Well, looky here what's happening. We've got in Montana rain and snow. As we move down into parts of Idaho, we have rain and snow. Still a little bit of rain in Utah. But when we move on over and we get to North Dakota, South Dakota, we've got a combination of everything for those people. Snow, we've got ice pellets, that's brown. We got that freezing rain, which is the purple, and then we've got rain. And this rain goes all the way down to Nebraska and parts of Kansas and very tip of northern Texas, up in the Panhandle. Just some rain over, headed off the east coast here as another cold front is trying to move. And we will move on up to Friday around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Still, look here, snow in North Dakota. This system has moved some. I got a really good hunch now for everybody in Minnesota, northern Minnesota. You guys are going to get some snow, okay? Probably Thursday night you're going to be getting some snow. Still some snow going on. Most of it's turned to rain now. But North Dakota, big time, you'll get most of the snow. Everybody else, a little bit of snow down in Colorado and a little bit of snow in Wyoming, okay? But most of this is just like flurries. We see these little tiny patches going on. And the coast still looking pretty good. We got some off and on sporadic rain showers happening here, with most of the rain coming down in the middle of the state. Now, Washington State and Oregon, the majority of precipitation you will experience is rain with some snow in some areas, and it should be light and light flurries. Now, as we check out the European model right quickly this morning, we're not going to go over every system out there, but I would like to point out in the area right in here, around the Bahamas and Florida, off the coast of Florida, this is disturbance number 1. Now, yes, the National Hurricane Center is showing that it's going this way. It does at some point, but this is run up all the way to Thursday, the 11th of October, and it takes that long for it starting to get some actual vorticity, a little bit of rotation right in here. Still very weak, but yet it is there. And if we move up to Friday morning, the 12th of October, you can see now that it's a little better form. Still just a big old fat rainmaker. We will turn on, see what the pressure's looking like. There it is right there. It's very weak at this point, 29.79. For the Gulf Coast states, you'll get rain and stuff, but it should not come your way. This system should not come your way. And as far as I can go up is like 6 p.m. on Friday, October 12th. And you can see, let me take this off so you can see it more plainly. There's a little, you can see right there, still very weak, but it looks like the majority of the rain is coming into Georgia as it moves up. Now, this could still generate into something ahead of time, or at this time, or later in time. Or it might not turn out to be anything. Right now, it's looking kind of weak, but a big rainmaker for the Bahamas, parts of Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico will probably get some rain also, along with some of the islands up here. But just rain, and it's not as heavy as it is when it gets up here for you guys. It's going to go over the Cuba Mountains, so that's going to take a lot out of it. And yes, it does move up this way. It looks like it may go into the Gulf. But as you can see, this is where the vorticity really is. There's a little bit happening down here, but not anything to get all upset about. And as we turn the pressure system back on again, you can see all of this is kind of connected together in this low. And at this time, it's 29.76. So we'll keep our eyes on it. I'll check it every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day, to see what's going on with it. So everybody around in this area, also the Gulf Coast states, because anything can change. These things, have their own mind, do what they want. But as of now, I really feel in my heart it's going to come up this way, okay? If it changes, I'll let you know. And here, of course, we have the GFS map, and this is courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Let me tell you what's going on right quick. If you're up in Canada, get right, because a potent shortwave trough is crossing the northern plains and south central Canadian areas will support a rapid development of a strong surface low from the upper Midwest to Ontario through today. Now, this low is forecast to undergo explosive cyclogenesis. Now, as it tracks northeastward towards northern Quebec by Thursday, with a pronounced cold front trailing it, the strong force will then sweep across the Great Lakes into New England by Thursday afternoon. Big temperature changes are on the way and expected with the passage of this front, with the much above average temperatures Wednesday over the central and northern plains being replaced by below average temperatures for tomorrow, Thursday, this in the wake of this front. This cooling trend will then reach into New England by Friday. So go ahead, get right. You're going to have some much cooler weather coming your way in these areas. Now, to the south and east of the above mentioned strong cold front, the widespread reading in the areas of 85 to 90 degrees range are likely from the southern plains to the Ohio Valley for today, with anomalies up to 20 degrees above normal for early October. Now, for myself, here where I live in North Carolina, we'll be in the 80s today and tomorrow, but by Friday, we will be in the 90-degree bracket again. Now, on Thursday, readings are forecast to only be in the 40s for daytime highs across the northern plains and into Minnesota, where I just showed you a while ago you got a chance of snow coming your way. Now, the 40s are for daytime highs across these areas, and then it's going to make it feel more like November. Now, areas of moderate to heavy rain are likely across the Great Lakes region in association with the surface low and the cold front that's passing through. Now, you have seen on the GFS map also, as it's run through this morning, that disturbance number 1 does look like it's coming up like I showed you over here. And then there's a low over on this side too. So it's a mixed bag, people. We just have to watch disturbance number 1 to see where it goes and what it may or may not turn into. If it's your first time over here, please stick around. We're going to check out the National Hurricane Center in just one moment, but please subscribe and click the bell. Check off the email notifications to make sure you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and tropical weather. My subscribers are the best on YouTube. They're so friendly, they're so kind, and they're always helpful in any way that they can be. So let's go check out real quickly and see what's happening at the National Hurricane Center this morning. Well, Leslie is a hurricane. Tropical storm yesterday, hurricane today. Remember, for weeks and weeks I told you this system is a yo-yo system, or that's what I call it, up and down and up and down. Same with the way it moves. Moves a little, moves not any, goes back in the opposite direction. Here it is. Category 1 this morning, 75 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure is 980 millibars. It's located 29.6 north, 56.9 west, and it's not moving at all, doggone it. I hate it when they do that. It's stationary. Leslie is stationary early this morning. Now, down to disturbance number 1. Let's see what's going on here right quick. I wanted to make sure I got it all in here so you guys can see it all, and you still can't. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move this up just a hair, and here we go. As of 2 a.m. this morning, a large area of cloudiness and showers located over the central and southwestern Caribbean Sea is associated with a broad area of low pressure. Conditions appear to be favorable for some gradual development of this system late this week and into the weekend, when the low drifts over the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Now, if you remember, yesterday 2 days was 0. Well, it still is. But yesterday, 5 days was 20%, and now it's 30%. So we do have to watch this. I think it's going to be later on in October to whether it changes to anything or not. We'll have to keep our eyes on it to see exactly where it does go. If something happens and it splits up, who knows? Right now it's looking like over to this area and possibly some over in this area, but nobody in the Gulf states and along from North Carolina to Florida coast worry about this right now. But we do need to watch it. When I think need be, you need to start preparing. Don't worry, I'll let you know ahead of time. Thanks so much for watching. Hope everybody has a good day, a blessed day. And thank you for the comments. Everything you do for me. I love you guys so much. appreciate everything you do. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Everybody, do have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for watching.